There are so many people looking to build their real estate portfolio in Calgary, especially in the Airbnb space. Now, there's so much to understand in the short-term rental space, and we want to make sure that you avoid any mistakes that could end up costing you thousands. And trust me, it sucks because it happened to me from experience. Now in this video, we're gonna dive into all of the buildings within Calgary that allow for Airbnbs and short-term rentals so that you don't have to do the research and you can make the first right decision when it comes to buying real estate, picking the right location. Now, if you stay till the very end of this video, I'm gonna give you a little secret on short-term rentals and Airbnb that can allow you to generate 2 to 3 times the amount that you normally would on your gross rent. So if you're an investor and want to learn more about Airbnbs in Calgary, let's get after it. Hey everyone, it's Riley Nichols here with the BRIX Real Estate Group, and we have been serving hundreds of families and investors in Calgary for a number of years. If you are someone that is thinking about buying or selling in the next 9 to 90 days, please use the link in the description to connect with us. We would love to serve you and support you on your real estate journey. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the first part of this video is going to be boring, but it's probably one of the most important parts of the video. So make sure you follow along and watch closely when I go over the City of Calgary bylaws. Now, I'm gonna be reading from here and we're gonna post the actual bylaws up on the screen so you guys can follow along. Now, again, definition of a short-term rental. Defined as a business by providing temporary accommodation for compensation in a dwelling unit or portion of a dwelling unit for periods of up to 30 consecutive days. Okay, so there were bylaws from the City of Calgary that got passed in 2020, which basically indicated that Airbnbs are used to generate income. So they changed some of the zoning and some of the regulations around what an Airbnb actually is. So again, as of February 2020, the business bylaw includes a 2-tiered business license category for all short-term rental hosts. All hosts must have a separate short-term business license for each property they rent out. Tier 2 licenses must obtain a fire inspection for the short-term rental property before the business license will be issued. Okay, so this is key. So Tier 1, 1 to 4 rooms offered for rent, $100 per property. So that's what it's gonna cost you to get the business license that you need to run a successful short-term rental business with that unit. Tier 2, 5 or more rooms offered for rent, it's $172 per property, plus the cost of a fire inspection of $104 per property. So again, in 2020, the City of Calgary cracked down a little bit because they want their pound of flesh, but they said, hey, for safety as well, you're gonna need to have a business license for each one of your units. So again, if you have 5 units you're looking at purchasing, you need a business license for each one, and whether you're in the Tier 1 or Tier 2 category, is going to depend, A, if you need a fire inspection for Tier 2, and obviously Tier 1 is going to cost the $104, and the Tier 2 is going to be the $172. Now again, there is a list of fines for non-compliance directly in the bylaws, so don't think that you can just skirt around this and just put it up for Airbnb and make a bunch of money and hope everything is nice and easy. Make sure you adhere to the guidelines if you want to run a successful short-term rental business. Get your business license set up, get it all dialed in. There are some different components in here. If you are looking at renting out a secondary suite, that means you have 2 dwellings in one house, which I'm going to cover later on in the video. And we're also going to provide a link for all of the bylaws in the video description so that you guys have easy access to it. Now let's get into the buildings that you can buy in. So first off, I'm going to give a quick summary of all the short-term rental friendly buildings in Calgary, Alberta. These are condo specific. Now you can Airbnb a house or a secondary suite, but if you're looking at purchasing a condo for Airbnb, again, there's going to be guidelines around this because there's a condo corporation associated with that building and also a property management company that you need to deal with. And again, if you're not adhering to the bylaws with the City of Calgary and you're not adhering to what the proper zoning is and allowances for the building, you're going to get costly fines. And when I used to do this, some of the fines that I would get were like $500 to $1,000 every time. Obviously, I had to stop doing that because it really ate into our net profit and just was not good for the building. So again, don't do this, right? You need to pick the right buildings and buy the right units so that you're actually going to be profitable and make money instead of lose money. So let's dive into the quick summary on all of the buildings. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump on my computer and we're going to go on a map tour. I'm going to give you guys an example of listings that are active or sold within each one of these buildings. And I'm also going to give you guys my perspective on why some of the locations might be better than others, some of the buildings themselves might be better than others, and also the amenities so that you guys have like a full in-depth summary if you're looking at buying an investment property and using it as a short-term rental. Let's get after it. So chocolate, Orange Lofts, Colors, Pixel, Ink, Lido, Guardian Tower South. That's important because there's a couple different Guardian Towers, and Guardian Tower South is the only one that is short-term rental friendly. Sasso, Alura, Nuera, Scarborough 17, that's a new building just off 17th Avenue. That one's gonna be great. And then the Annex, which is in Kensington. Let's get after it on the computer. All right, welcome back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump onto my computer and I'm gonna go over each one of the Airbnb friendly buildings in downtown Calgary and just give you guys a little bit of perspective. Now, some of these units are pending right now, so they've already accepted an offer. Some of them are active and some might be sold. So let's start with Orange Lofts. So address for Orange Lofts is 535 8th Avenue Southeast. You can see this one is pending right now, so they just accepted an offer. Calgary's condo of the month for December is featured in Avenue magazine. So that was this particular unit. Again, this is a 1-bedroom, 880 square feet. Condo fees are about $530 a month on this particular unit. They're going to be a little bit higher, but as you can see, it's going to include the sewer, snow, heat, electricity, and insurance. So it's kind of nice because water, heat, and electricity are all rolled into the condo fee in Orange Lofts. You can see that they've got great views of downtown, big windows, and obviously by design in the name Orange Lofts, you can see that there's kind of a loft setup up top. These are really attractive for Airbnb because they look really nice and it's got some cool intrinsic value with the loft up top. So again, these are going to be some Airbnbs that will net you a really good return. The amenities are great and it's right in the heart of downtown. If we jump on the map here, we can see exactly where it is. So it's right in East Village. Your walking distance to the Bow River. C-Train station is right close as well. This feeds into the Elbow River. And then you've got all the amenities around East Village as well. There's Phil and Sebastian's Coffee. There is a couple restaurants over here. There's a barber shop. You can see that the City Hall train station is right here. So again, prime location for Airbnbs. And this is Orange Lofts. Second one that we're going to cover is the Alura building. Okay, Alura is located at 1320 First Street Southeast. This one is listed for $269. This is a 1-bedroom condo, 535 square feet. Condo fees are a little bit lower on this one. They're $386 a month. And you can see even in the banner up here, it says Airbnb eligible. Okay, so that's nice. This one also has underground parking. And again, we can look at some of the fees. It includes water, sewer, snow, heat. The only thing it's not including is electricity. Okay, so make sure you're factoring electricity into your monthly overhead if you are looking at purchasing an Airbnb where the condo fee does not include electricity. This gives you an idea of kind of the location. Calgary Towers right there, Alura building. You've got a liquor store that's kind of attached. Again, this is a small 1-bedroom unit. This complex, or this building, I should say, was built in 2014. So again, you get this nicely fully staged, get it looking good. And this is another Airbnb friendly unit. If we look at the location, let's take a look on the map here. Alura is going to be a little bit closer into Victoria Park here, just off McLeod Trail. Again, you're right in the heart of downtown. 17th Ave is just down here. Like, this is where all of the restaurants and bars and really good scene is for nightlife and things like that. So again, this is going to be a really good Airbnb friendly unit because you're walking distance to 17th Ave. You're right by the C-Train station. You're close to the Saddle Dome for hockey games and stuff like that. You got the Elbow River right there. And there are a ton of restaurants and bars along 17th here. That is the Alura. Jumping in, now we are going to, this guy is the Guardian Tower. Okay, so again, be aware, this is Guardian Tower South. Okay, this is an Airbnb friendly unit. You can see it's in Victoria Park, steps away from the BMO Center and the new arena, if we ever get one. Arts Common, new Green Line LRT, close to downtown, Stampede Park, and Saddle Dome. So this was a high-rise building built in 2016. Condo fees are a little bit higher on this one at $750 a month, but it's also because this is a $585,000 condo and it's larger with 2 bedrooms and 900 square feet. You can find smaller units in the Guardian. This is going to be on the high side, and it's nice. Like, you've got floor to ceiling windows. That's one of the big draws of the Guardian is they generally all have massive windows like this.
9-foot ceilings. You can see you got good access to downtown, good access to amenities. This one, you can see the Calgary Tower. So again, these are going to be good Airbnb units just because of location, proximity, fit and finish, and you can actually secure a rental license here and rock and roll with it. Location wise, just to see, again, you're right here, right in the heart of downtown. I mentioned all the amenities and what you're close to before: Elbow River, 17th Ave, BMO Center, etc. Number 4, we are going to check out the Nuera building. Okay, address on that one is 211 13th Avenue Southeast. This one is listed for $500K. It's about 900 square feet, 2-bedroom unit. Condo fees on this one are $608 a month. That's going to include the sewer, water, heat, gas, and no electricity, similar to the last one. Again, we can take a look at some of the fit and finish. Look at the location, right? You've got Saddle Dome, you've got BMO Center, you've got Cowboys Casino, really good access to everything that you need. The C-train stations right here. So again, not only are these buildings Airbnb friendly, they're also good for Airbnb to actually get a good nightly rate because of the location, right? So that's key when you guys are actually picking an Airbnb as a good investment property. It's got to look nice. It's got to be able to get staged right. It's got to be in a good location close to everything, because generally people who come stay at Airbnbs are going to be out of town. They want to come see the action, right? So you might as well buy something that's close to the action to make it even easier. Again, floor to ceiling windows, good setup. And that gives you guys an example of the Nuera. Number 5, this is going to be Kensington. So I believe this is the Lido building. Yeah. Now this one is listed for $499. It's on the market for 100 days. Opportunity to maybe scoop it up for a little bit lesser value. Bedrooms, this one has 2. It's about 900 square feet. It does have underground parking. Condo fees on this one are $670 a month. So again, a little bit on the high side, but we are looking at a $500,000 condo as well. There are cheaper units in this complex. This one's going to include trash, sewer, water, heat, and no electricity. So again, something you guys want to factor into your numbers. If we look at the location, this one's going to be on the north side. Okay, so this is all downtown Calgary right here. Kensington is right over here. So if we scroll down, you've got 10th Street, and there is a ton of stuff in here. There are local boutique shops, there are restaurants, there are pubs, there are places to go shopping, delis, all kinds of stuff. Like, there's everything down here. You literally cross 10th Street and then you're into downtown. So it's not quite downtown, but it is. It's inner city. And this is where this one is tucked in Kensington. Great location because you're not stuck in the traffic in downtown. You're just tucked away. Bow River's here. Lots of pathways to go running, biking, rafting down the Bow River in the summertime. Tons of good stuff here. I love Kensington. It's a great neighborhood. You can see how close the Bow River is right here. And then this is downtown. So you're just tucked away. A great unit, right? Nice finishes, nice and clean, big windows, great location. You can see the trees outside. Something like this is going to be really, really Airbnb friendly. Obviously for the bylaw purposes, but also just location and what it offers. Okay, and again, that's a 2-bedroom unit. Number 6 is going to be Colors. Now, Colors is a great place to buy Airbnbs. There are multiple Airbnbs in Colors right now. It's been tried and true. These do make money. And this is by the developer called Battistiella, I believe is what it is. And Battistiella has made a lot of Airbnb friendly buildings, which is awesome. I mean, Colors is theirs. Ink, I believe they did. Pixel, Chocolate. They all did them. So, and they're all Airbnb friendly and generally they're built pretty well. This one's a 900 square foot unit, 2 bedrooms above grade, $540 a month in condo fees. Again, this one's going to include sewer and water and heat, so no electricity. This gives you kind of an idea of what it looks like. This one looks like a 2-bedroom. They've got a big open den, and this is almost like that polished concrete look. But again, you're right downtown, right? You've got good access into Mission, which has like Mercado, an amazing restaurant. Again, like Lululemon, lots of shops, lots of stuff to do, lots of biking paths, walkways, places to do things. And you can see that it's all right here, right? Lots of pubs and tons of stuff to do right here. So again, you're right in the action, which is what a lot of people like when it comes to Airbnbs, I should say. If we go back on the map and scroll down, We're right here. So that's going to be our colors building. Moving on, number 7. This is going to be Sasso. Okay, Sasso is 1410 First Street Southeast. This one is listed for $385. It's just under 1,000 square feet. 2-bedroom condo. Condo fees are a little bit high on this building. It's $656 a month. This one includes heat, sewer, water. Electricity is not included in the condo fee on this one. We can take a look at some of the photos. This was built in 2006. Look at all the amenities around here. Again, you can kind of see the trend with some of these Airbnb friendly buildings, and why they are Airbnb friendly is location, proximity to amenities, overall layout and flow. Those are all going to be components that you want to kind of consider. Looks like a bit of a messy unit, to be honest. But again, look at the BMO Center. It's right over here. The train is right there. All the hustle and bustle. I keep saying the same thing, but it's all true with these units and what they have to offer. You've got a little grocery store attached to it. Okay, awesome. Moving on. Next, we have Pixel, 2359 A Street Northwest. This is going to be in Sunnyside, which is just by Kensington. It's going to be close to the other unit that I just showed you guys for the Lido, I believe. Now this one, again, look, it's by Battistiella, right? I'm not saying that right, but that's what the developer is. They've done a lot of Airbnb friendly properties. This one is built in 2013, 720 square feet. It's got 1 bedroom above grade. Condo fees are about $400 a month on this guy. And it does include the sewer, snow, gas and heat, but no electricity. Okay, so again, something you guys want to factor in. This one was listed at $375, dropped to $365. Give you guys kind of an idea of what these units look like inside. Finishes are nice. It's a relatively new building. Location is prime. Condo fees are reasonable in relation to some of the other ones we talked about. And like great Airbnb setup, like little rooftop terrace up top. You can see you're just outside of downtown. The Bow River's right here, but you're close enough to hop on an Uber or take a bike to get down there, which some people prefer. Myself, I would actually prefer it to be in Kensington or Sunnyside as opposed to being right downtown, but that's just me. Moving on to Chocolate. Okay, Chocolate is located at 188 15th Avenue Southwest. Be careful with Chocolate. Okay, it's another one by Battistiella, but they only do a 30-day minimum. Okay, so that becomes tricky because if you're running this as a short-term rental, you're going to need to have a minimum of a 30-day booking, and that can be tough sometimes, right? Sometimes you only have a 1-day booking or a 4-day booking. So again, this is one to look out for with Chocolate. I would almost steer against it. It is Airbnb friendly, but they have a 30-day minimum, so just keep that in mind. This is a 1-bedroom, 780 square feet. Condo fees are about $510 a month. This one's going to include heat, insurance, sewer, water, no electricity. So again, that needs to be factored in. Right downtown, good access to everything, clean building, big windows, nice modern finishes. Well, modern-ish. You can see, I take that back. These aren't very modern. This is a building with 2006, so it's starting to show its age. I mean, it looks nice, but it's starting to show its age. But the location is great, okay? If I was going to choose one over the other, I would go colors over Chocolate because you can actually run it properly. Last but not least, this is going to be the Ink building. Okay, so again, this is by Battistiella. I'll jump back on here and just show you guys Chocolate quickly just so you can see location. It's right here. So Colors is right here on 13th Avenue, and then Chocolate is right here on 15th Avenue. Okay, so that's how you guys are going to be able to distinguish the two buildings. The developer did Colors here and then Chocolate just south. And last but not least, we're going to go to the Ink. Okay, this is a newer building in 2018. It's got 410 square feet, 1 bedroom above grade. You can see because it's newer, those condo fees are still pretty low. They're only $260 a month, which is good. This includes gas, heat, insurance, sewer, water, etc., but no electricity. Okay, same. That one is $244,800. Kind of a cool industrial vibe with the concrete up top, nice granite countertops. Again, something like this has got some pretty cool vibes for an Airbnb setup, right? It's just got the right aesthetic, industrial kind of feel. Condo fees are relatively low. You got a little outdoor space, which is good for barbecuing and stuff. And then location, as you can see, is going to be Inc. is just tucked in East Village, right over here. So again, similar to what we went over in the Orange Lofts, tucked right in East Village, right by the C train, Bow River, St. Patrick's Island, the Elbow River, Saddle Dome, BMO Center, all that good stuff. Now, the only two that I missed were Scarborough 17, which is going to be a new building in Scarborough. I don't have any sales data on that one. And then we already went over everything else.
Now, because you stayed till the very end of the video, I'm going to give you a little Airbnb secret. Now, one of the best investments that we find and we put our clients into are single family homes with 2 dwellings. Now, what I'm talking about is typically an older bungalow that's been renovated. We have a suite upstairs and we have a suite in the basement. We're going to look at inner city neighborhoods like Mayland Heights, Vista Heights, Renfrew, Bridgeland, Tuxedo Park, neighborhoods that have good sized lots with garages and 2 suites upstairs and downstairs. Now, typically you can enter these properties for anywhere between $400,000 and $650,000. Your actual costs overall on a monthly basis will be anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000. That's after mortgage, property tax, utilities. And typically what we see is roughly a 2x return in the gross rent by running these on short-term rental platforms. So I'll give you an example. I have a place in Mayland Heights. I can rent that out for about $3,200 a month in gross rent. On Airbnb, I can get $7,000 a month. So that is a huge difference on a monthly basis. I can use that cash flow to pay down the principal of the mortgage. I could take that cash flow and reinvest elsewhere. I could put it right back in the bank. I could use it for renovations, whatever the case is. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can keep producing awesome content, and we'll see you on the next video.